Good morning, everybody. Yep, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Cannapreneur Partners Canna News Break. We got Nathan here found a fantastic article for us today about pre-rolls outpacing the overall cannabis market as far as sales gains for 2020 over 2019. It's really interesting. Not only the fact that pre-rolls are gaining such popularity, but a lot of the reasons behind it. So to give you some numbers, we love data here, so we like to give you some numbers. California, Colorado, Nevada, Oregon, Washington saw pre-roll sales increase 47% in 2020 over 2019. They went from $640 to $940 million in sales in 2020. They outpaced the total marijuana market, which grew by about 40% over the same time. And in 2020, pre-rolls had 10% category market share by total sales, up from 9.5% in 2019. LeafLink reports that pre-rolls are up at a national level. Sales of the product category have increased 144% year over year from January 20 to January 2021 on a national level. That's an amazing number. And there's lots of theories as to why. Some of the theories are it's a good way for people to experiment flower strains. So instead of having to, buy a whole ounce or quarter ounce, you can simply buy a couple of pre-rolls to try it. They're no longer always sold in the large 1 gram packages. And this is an interesting thing. The mini pre-rolls are becoming incredibly popular because people, obviously during COVID, typically, history, you have a joint, you pass it around. Well, clearly with COVID, people don't want to do that. So the industry did a fantastic job, kind of pivoted into the mini pre-rolls, and those are becoming very popular because people, you don't have to smoke a whole joint if you don't want to. You have the mini joint, which is a perfect, for each person to share their own mini joint versus having to pass one around. And sales of those have just exploded, and that's just a great idea. And companies are putting higher quality cannabis into pre-rolls, right? So pre-rolls in previous years, had been, we have all this trim laying around, let's put it in pre-rolls and sell it. Well, that wasn't always the best cannabis, but given the renewed interest in the category, increased interest in the category, I should probably say, companies are responding by making sure like they're putting higher quality cannabis in these pre-rolls since it is a sector of the business that people are increasing their purchases in. Couple other things. Jim Belushi's farm in Oregon, pre-rolls make about 35% of his company's revenue, and their joint sales have jumped almost 22% over last year. Another at Rebel, a cannabis retailer in Great Barrington, Massachusetts. This is the neatest idea I've seen. I haven't seen this anywhere else, but they're allegedly doing this out there. They also offer pre-rolls using an approach like that of craft brewery flights, where 5 1-gram joints of different strains are packaged together for $60. Brilliant idea. I've yet to see this anywhere else, but and the theory is, for those of you who haven't been there, you go to a craft brewery, they make 10 different types of beer. They'll give you a flight of mini drinks, 5 of these mini drinks of all their different types of craft beers that they produce. Well, some of the retailers on the cannabis are doing the same thing. They're putting different strains in each pre-roll, so you can buy a pack of these mini joints or full joints, depending what the way they package it, and you get exposure to 5 different strains of cannabis to try out. And it's a brilliant idea. I'm surprised more people aren't doing it, but hats off to Rebel there in Great Barrington, Mass. And they're all finding a couple comments from a wellness connector in Maine that they're finding that higher quality flower is the rule versus the exception now in pre-rolls. And people, they said people typically don't travel with rolling papers or bongs or bowls or whatever on vacation, so they'll love to stop by dispensary. They pick up some pre-rolls and they're off on their way. No mess, no fuss, no hassle. And that's why in Maine they're finding a large increase in pre-rolls also. So interesting data. MG Marijuana Business Daily had it out. February 24th, the article was. Check it out. It's really, it's across the country. We're seeing these pre-rolls sales just skyrocket for a variety of different reasons. But it's nice to see the market respond, not just the market, the industry respond to this demand so quickly to satisfy it and come up with innovative ideas on how to sell the pre-roll. So congratulations, everyone, and good luck.